2018 saw the banking sector being faced with multiple challenges. On one hand, you had the imposition of the debt repayment levy in the last quarter, which has reduced the profits of the sector. Secondly, we saw a gradual increase in the non-performance of loans, which was also a cause for concern. Climate also was not conducive for Sri Lanka. We had bouts of drought, which had an impact on the agri and dairy sector. And then you also had some regulatory challenges, reforms coming in with Basel III compliance and the introduction of SLFRS 9, which also brought in some additional requirements for buffering, additional capital raising, and new provisioning for impairment, which would also have caused banks challenges. So overall, I think there was a multiple level challenges, but despite all that, the sector as a whole being regulated by a fairly proactive regulator, I think hasn't done too badly. So again, for 2019, a couple of the key drivers would be, from an economic point of view, how the government would cope with the repayment of international debt, and the first quarter would be a testing ground. Secondly, the continuous significant demands or sucking up of liquidity from the domestic money market for government activity could continue to pose an increase in domestic interest rates, which in turn would have an inflationary effect. And then also, climate again is unpredictable, and we yet don't have a robust climate insurance protection scheme to protect the agri sector, which could be a challenge. But overall, I think, I think we expect from all the pundits, the growth is still expected to hover in the 3 to 4% levels, which will continue to cause a challenge for the sector to grow. A very positive thing which the banking sector witnessed is, as a whole, they supported the regulator, the FIU, in improving the country's robustness in defensive mechanisms to face possible money laundering and corruption issues. So I think to the extent that we even took a step back on implementing issues, important issues such as biometric authentication, non-facial recognition, as measures of improving financial inclusivity, in order for the country as a whole to showcase its upward movement in the money laundering or anti-money laundering radar. So I think as a whole, the sector had rallied around the country, which was a very positive thing.